So my second YouTube channel just launched recently where friends and I review and react to movies, and we built this studio setup, and I want to show you how it came together part by part. So here we go. So the first thing is the microphone. I use a couple Shure MB7s. These are cool because you can use XLR and USB, whichever one you want. If you use the USB, there's companion software, so you can mess with the pattern and the way it sounds. I grabbed these cheap mic stands that have a telescoping arm, and that bag that you see hanging off the end is actually a sandbag filled with the pebbles from fish tanks. It's important because it balances the weight of the microphone, which if you telescope it out really far, could be too heavy for the bolt that you adjust the angle with. So counterbalance is cool, but you could also just get a higher quality microphone stand like this one that has like a better lever to it. So it kind of like squeezes more firmly. And then you don't need to counterweight the other end. It's just costs you a little bit more money, but it's a better investment. So next is I use these Volt 176 interfaces to plug the Shure microphones in via XLR cable, and then these go out USB to your computer. These are really awesome interfaces. It's plug and play. There's gain control and monitoring if you want to plug in headphones to that. These are great. They also make a 276, which is a 2 mic in, 1 out. But I like each microphone having its own interface because then I get separate tracks for editing. So in order to hear the movies but not have the audio bleed through the microphones, we use headphones. These are the Sony MDRs. These are studio quality headphones. I've used them for many years, and they are very, very good and very simple and comfortable. If you wear glasses, they're comfortable. Comes with an end that's 1/4 inch, but you can also unscrew that cap to use it for other applications. And those run into the little Behringer mini amp. So you take your computer audio and you run it over to this thing and put it in input. And then you have 4 available outputs, each with their own volume control. So everybody can have something as loud or quiet as they want for themselves. It is powered, so you need an outlet to run this, but it's great. Next up is our wide shot, which is a Elgato face cam. It's really cool. It's got a nice wide angle, 1080 detail. I did replace the USB-C cable that comes with it because the one that comes with it sucks. So I'll try to include the link to this cable to it and a nice sturdy Manfrotto tripod for that. You'll also notice at the feet of the tripods and some of the furniture, there's these little colored pieces of spike tape. That's so that if I ever have to move anything around, I can put it back exactly where it was later. And this stuff, you can get in all kinds of colors. It's a little pricey sometimes, but it's nice. For the paint, I use this Behr Ultra Scuff Defense. This is a flat black. And what I really like about it is it just kind of gives you real black, but soft. If you use something with a little bit more shine, you're going to see reflections of your lighting. And it came out really even and nice. I use a 3-light setup, and that's one main light that provides the majority. This is the GVM SD200D. And what's really nice about this is that it has app control, so you can run it off Bluetooth on your phone. And it takes up a little bit of space. You're going to want a nice, strong stand for it if you use a big attachment like this honeycomb that I have. But that creates a softer light, and then I just bounce it off of the ceiling to soften that and spread it out even more wide. I also use these LED panels to create a bit of side fill, and I bounce those against the walls on the extreme sides just to make sure that we get good skin tones on the faces. These are also controllable using a remote control, and you can adjust the brightness and color temperature. You can even put them on separate channel networks. So if you have a lot of these, you can use one remote and change things. I definitely remember to turn off the lighting that comes in the room so that my lighting is the only lighting that's affecting things. Then this is a little set decoration, a practical light. What's cool about this is I found this little dimmable switch if you put a dimmable bulb in there. And you just plug that into that, and then that plugs into the wall, and you have a little dimmable control. All right, so for our tight shots, I use this Sony a6000 and the 16 to 50 kit lens that it comes with, because it gives you a little bit of zoom, but also you can be pretty wide if you're zoomed all the way out. These are a little pricey, but this is an older model, so you might be able to get your hands on one. And that goes HDMI out into an Elgato capture card in my PC. I have a funny little rig here with an Elgato bendy standy thing, but you can also put this up on a tripod if you have space for it. You're also going to need the dummy battery setup that you can get separately, so that you don't have to worry about charging the battery for this or having it die on you. You just stick the dummy in and you plug it in. Since I don't currently have two of the Sony cameras, I'm temporarily using this Insta360 Link Cam for the other tight shot. I actually did a whole video review on these, so you can check out that video after this one. It's less expensive than the Sony camera, but it's still very good quality. We also have this green screen that we use to insert a movie poster in editing. And basically all this is a cheap picture frame. And then some of these like thicker cardboard pieces that you can get in a craft store. I got two of them, and you can see the seam there. But, you know, when you're backed out, you can't see the seam at all. And then you want to decorate your sets. I've got a little foreground stuff, and then obviously we would be in the midground. And then I got these floating shelves to put all kinds of goofy little stuff for some background. At the end of the day, you don't need to spend like thousands and thousands of dollars and create some perfect setup right off the bat. I built this a little bit, a piece at a time, over time, and there's still more things that I'm going to replace or add, and just perfect it as you go. So just don't wait to get started until you think you have a perfect setup. Just set up what you can, start making the content right away, and improve as you go. And please go check out the channel. It's Have You Seen on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description, and enjoy some of the movies.